This is it. So it's 01, and it's basically it's a kind of a new platform that's just came out of nowhere, basically, or seemed to come out of nowhere, right? And I've always been sort of Tezos this, Tezos that. This is more, I would say, more accessible than Tezos, and actually, because the reason I say that, and there's also a nice community that's been developed out of it. And it's not just a single chain community, it's a cross-chain community, because you've got people from Ethereum, from Tezos, all sort of minted together, even though you get that on the other platforms. But there's there seems to be this sort of level playing field going on this platform with all sort of creators, basically. But the good thing about it is you don't need any crypto at all, not even a little bit of crypto in your wallet. So you can set up a MetaMask wallet without any crypto in at all, and still mint, and still collect, and do everything. And to me, that's what makes it slightly more accessible than Tezos, because the blocker for Tezos was always you needed to get a little bit of Tezos into the wallet.
So it just works on MetaMask.
Yeah. MetaMask, but you switch to within MetaMask, you switch to the a blockchain called Avalanche. It's basically it's very much in a sort of pilot phase at the moment, and you're basically just on a front page, and there's people just posting stuff, and you're literally just collecting as stuff's coming in, basically. A piece of work pops up, it's for a certain amount of additions, and then see that that one's just gone up and it's all collected already, so people are really quick, right?
So you collect it and then you sell it on, basically.
Well, at the moment it's more just people posting stuff and then collecting stuff. So basically what you do, so once you've posted something, so let's say that person's just posted that, then they will get 10 mint passes to basically collect other people's work. And then in terms of the integration, it's starting to come there. So there's just one second. So this is the exchange, basically. So basically what you can do, so what you can do is you can basically transfer stuff into this exchange and then sell it, right? But the thing is, everything that's exchanged on here is for free, and then basically there's like what do you call it, royalty on it. So basically, so if it gets resold on that exchange, and obviously that's where you can start to get money back in. But really the idea with this platform is to take all that financial stuff, a bit like we were talking about, really, that sort of removing all that financial barrier. But what I found quite nice about it is that it's like a discovery site, really. So I find myself, I'm pretty much never on Twitter now. I used to be on it all the time looking through posts, but now I just scroll through this, and then if I see an artist that looks quite interesting, I just like this guy or whoever it is, I just click on them to see what their see what their profile is, see what their work's like. It's like a really nice sort of art discovery tool, I think.
So like you just clicked on the profile of that guy.
Yeah.
If you wanted to see what else he's been doing or whatever he's up to.
Yeah. So obviously his profile has got links to Twitter and his Instagram and his website and all that sort of stuff. So you can go and search him on. I think all these are linked to on OpenSea as well. So they go directly on OpenSea. So they can be traded on here, I guess, as well. at the moment, I think a lot of people not that keen on OpenSea, are they? So I think a lot of people are using that platform that I just showed you, this Campfire. So basically, I'll give an example. He's posted all these on that platform for free, and then there've been 2 sold, both for 12 Avalanche, which is around 120 quid, $120. Yeah. So each of those people have made $120, minus the royalties. The royalties.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, when it's sold, of that $120, 20% royalties will go to the person, and then the rest will go to the person that sold it. So basically, yeah, that's so it's quite a nice little ecosystem, and but what it's doing is obviously getting a lot of work out there, and it's generating as another mechanism for collecting, basically.
Is that the only resale market for the site? Is that linked to the site specifically for resale?
No, this has nothing to do with that site. This is just a marketplace that you can use to basically transfer
an Avalanche
stuff over.
Marketplace.
Yeah. So Avalanche Marketplace is nothing to do with
it's the same chain
with the Zeroone platform. Yeah. But what you're doing is transferring this into that marketplace. But really, the focus on this platform is just sharing and collecting, with the added bonus that you can actually, you can potentially sell that work if you wanted to at some point.
Yep.
So it's quite. I mean, in terms of how it works, and this is what I love about it. I think the thing I learned over the summer is that this whole wallet thing is a nightmare, and it's definitely time to embrace the sort of Web 2.5 sort of scenario, or at least basically use that as a way just to get people onboarded, and then you can start to look into the wallets and all that later on. Because I found that like a site like this gives you those options, right? So that's your Web 2 email option. Now your Web 2, or you could use your MetaMask option, right? But obviously, so I set an account up now with the email, right? So email, and this is quite a nice integration, right? It's this particle authentication, and it's actually quite nifty. So
how safe is that then?
I don't know, but I think there's no passwords. I quite like that. So basically, as long as your email account is secure, because at the end of the day, you are reliant on that email account. That's the Web 2 way. So basically, what you're doing is send code, and it sends the code.
A lot of other things do it now that way.
Yeah.
It's like the 2-factor authentication almost, isn't it? Like if you just put your password in, it never goes. It just goes like, and now we sent you a code. It's like,
yeah. And then sign your message. That's it. You're in. And it's as simple as that, basically. And then you, like I say, you get that option to create a piece of work, and then you've got 24 hours until you can create another piece of work. But so once you've created and shared a piece, you get 10 passes. At the moment, I've got 0 passes here.
The eager collector.
Yeah. So basically, the crate's very simple. You got to set up a profile first. Let's do that.
At the moment, yeah.
I'll do that later. So
that's a lot easier than setting up the other profiles, isn't it? Bloody hell. It's such a nightmare.
That's what I mean. So this site's been built on the idea of trying to onboard, easily onboard people basically into Web3, without all those sort of all those sort of challenges basically to trade.
I think I might test it before I connect everything.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, what you could do is I'd recommend just maybe just to play around and do, just try it with something that's not too precious.
Yeah.
I think it's just an interesting experiment at the moment, and it seems to have quite a lot of really good artists posting stuff. But it is pretty potluck, and then
quite addictive, isn't it?
Addictive, and then obviously if an artist pops up, especially if it's a small edition, it'll go pretty fast.
So most of them seem to be like 15 or like max. There's not like 17.
Yeah, no, 100's the max. 100 edition is the maximum you can do. So some people do 100 editions, and 100 edition can go quite fast as well. But yeah, when it's a 10 edition, it can go like seconds. So yeah,
that's really interesting. Definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of refreshing going on because obviously you've got to keep refreshing to get the new work up.
I like the visual identity. The logo always changes.
Oh, does it when you refresh? Don't you notice that?
Refresh is a different logo.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah.
And all these sort of like symbols, icon stuff is quite cool.
Yeah, it's very simple, isn't it? I like the layout. I like that it's just one front page. It's not a marketplace. It's obviously because it hasn't got all those things.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to behave like a marketplace at all.
So do you know how it's running it? Is it like a group of artists who started it? Or
yeah, so they're quite known actors in the space, that they're respected people in the space. They're connected to the Museum of Crypto Art. Oh, it's cool.
So what's the website again? Did you put it in the chat?
Zeroone.art. Yeah.
Avalanche. Nice one.
So it's this. So this is the guy who runs the site. I've got Twitter on here. Yeah. So it's Museum of Crypto. So yeah. So they've got like I guess a bit of they're kind of respected in the community. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's all on IPFS as well. So even if this Zeroone platform goes down, it's the same thing. They all exist on the IPFS, so it doesn't matter. There you go. So give it a go. You got nothing to lose. Even if you just you don't even have to put a Twitter account on it. You can be anonymous. Which again is and also get on it, make an account, because at some point they're going to lock it down, so it's invite only.
On it.
Yeah, so they're basically they've obviously opened it up now, and the busier and busier it gets, at some point they're gonna do that sort of manage the numbers basically. But obviously, if you got an account, you'll be in there, and it's free and easy to set an account up now. But yeah, I think it's like I say. I think for us onboarding people into Web3, this is the perfect platform in terms of taking away all those sort of financial barriers. And to me, there's something quite interesting around the sort of potential to me this is like the social media platform, Web3 social media platform ish. It's kind of a halfway house between a NFT marketplace and a social media platform. I think they might start integrating more social media-y things potentially, because and I think that's part of their motto in their thing is like, where is it? That they're basically calling it a cultural distribution engine. enables individuals to connect. But I think this is, that they're moving beyond the likes and economic barriers. So basically, the idea that you can spend ages liking lots of content on a site, but here you can like it by collecting it, obviously, but you also own that content as well. So there's like your efforts of sort of liking a piece of work are rewarded, if you like. I think it's got legs. Okay, should we go and get some fresh air? I need it.
I think we're all busy setting up the accounts now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, literally. You set it up now.